Hello?
Why don't you want to talk to me?
Who is this?
You tell me your name, I'll tell you mine.
Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 most unexpected brutal deaths in movies.
Could the freak be any more vague? I mean, as far as master plans go, John.
I can't wait for you to see. I really can't. It's really going to be something.
For this list, we're looking at the most shockingly violent and unpredictable demises in film history. And of course, a spoiler alert is in effect. Did you see any of these deaths coming? Let us know in the comments below. Number 10. Chad Feldheimer, Burn After Reading. In this darkly comedic spy film from the Coen brothers, Brad Pitt plays lovable goofball Chad Feldheimer.
Does he look like he would have a sense of humor?
Looks like his optometrist has a sense of humor. What does he do?
State Department.
Oh, that's cool.
Chad comes into the possession of a disc containing information written by ex-CIA agent Osborne Cox, but it eventually leads to his death. Chad breaks into Cox's house, but inside is Harry Farrer, a U.S. Marshal who's having an affair with Cox's wife.
God damn it, he knows, doesn't he? He's a nice lord.
He knows what?
About us. He knows about us, Lord.
Chad hides in the closet, but when Harry opens the door and sees his awkwardly smiling face, he instinctively shoots Chad in the head. The death not only comes as a complete surprise, but the shooting is surprisingly graphic. It's tough to see the goofball reduced to such a state.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Number 9. Emma Morley, One Day. Adapted from David Nichols' novel of the same name, One Day follows the lives of Dexter Mayhew and Emma Morley.
I love you, Dexter. So much. I just don't like you anymore.
The story spans over 20 years, beginning in 1988 with their graduation from university. Dexter and Emma eventually marry and start planning a family, but Emma is suddenly hit by a truck and dies. Not only is her death unpredictable, but the method is surprisingly brutal for such an otherwise grounded and non-violent film. The visual effects are also impeccable, as the impact is filmed in one smooth take, which makes it look like Anne Hathaway was actually hit by a truck. We see the grisly impact, and it is completely heartbreaking.
She made you decent. And then in return, you made her so happy.
Number 8. Wash, Serenity. This film served as a continuation of Joss Whedon's Firefly, which was swiftly and controversially canceled by Fox.
This is a fertile land, and we will thrive. We will rule over all this land, and we will call it This Land.
While the universe is packed with unforgettable characters, Alan Tudyk's Wash is especially memorable. Unfortunately, being a fan favorite does not guarantee survival.
This landing is gonna get pretty interesting.
Define interesting.
Oh God, we're all gonna die?
Shortly after crash landing the Serenity, Wash is impaled straight through the torso by a reaver spear. His death is so unpredictable that it comes mid-sentence, and it's over in a flash.
I'm a leaf on the wind. Watch out.
Wash, baby.
Before we even know what happened, Wash is slumping over in his chair, the spear having instantly taken his life. Number 7. Tracy Mills, Seven. One of David Fincher's most popular films, Seven follows a mysterious serial killer who uses the 7 deadly sins as a recurring theme in his depraved works.
I'm not special.
I've never been exceptional. This is, though, what I'm doing. My work.
In a major twist, protagonist David Mills embodies the sin of wrath by shooting the killer. To make him angry enough to do so, the killer slays David's pregnant wife, Tracy.
It didn't work out. So, I took a souvenir. Her pretty head.
The numerous twists make this one of the most famous endings in movie history, with Tracy's ghastly death being particularly well known. While we never actually see what's in the box, the brilliant acting from Brad Pitt, Morgan Freeman, and Kevin Spacey paints a suitably disturbing picture. And really, that picture is all we need, or want.
She begged for her life, Detective.
Shut up!
She begged for her life.
Shut up.
Number 6. Casey Becker, Scream. This tongue-in-cheek slasher famously opens with Casey Becker just trying to have a quiet night in with a movie and some popcorn.
What's that noise?
Popcorn.
You make making popcorn?
Uh-huh.
I only eat popcorn at the movies.
Well, I'm getting ready to watch a video.
Really?
But she receives some increasingly creepy phone calls, and, well, you know the rest. The surprising nature of Casey's death comes through in the superb casting.
You never told me your name.
Why do you want to know my name?
I want to know who I'm looking at.
What did you say?
Drew Barrymore is obviously a major star, and she has been since the early 80s. As the filmmakers correctly reasoned, watching someone like Barrymore get killed so early in the movie would imbue the rest of it with a terrific sense of unpredictability. Plus, Casey's death is arguably the most brutal one of the entire series. These opening 10 minutes do not mess around.
Hey, they asked if you like to hunt?
Yeah, they did. They asked you?
Hunt? Why would they ask you if you like to hunt?
Because their bodies were gutted. Thank you, Randy.
Number 5. The X-Force. Deadpool 2. The Deadpool series loves subverting superhero tropes, and that includes killing off the big team.
They need to be tough, morally flexible, and young enough to carry this franchise 10 to 12 years.
In the spirit of the Avengers and the Justice League, Deadpool forms the X-Force. This team of superheroes assaults a prison convoy with the hopes of freeing Russell Collins. Based on other superhero movies, viewers expect some amazing action and interplay between the characters.
From now on, we'll be known as X-Force.
Isn't that a little derivative?
I don't recall asking your opinion, Peter.
That wasn't me.
Instead, after a pretty thrilling skydive, most of the team is killed in uproarious and horrifically violent fashion. What makes this even more hilarious is that the team is made up of many major names, including Brad Pitt and Terry Crews. The fact that they signed on just for this is amazing.
Just once, I'm gonna find a planet of people that are worse than me at everything. A whole bunch of functional idiots. I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna be their Superman.
Isn't that Canada?
You shut your goddamn trash mouth.
Number 4. Jack Harmon, Mission Impossible. The first Mission Impossible movie establishes the entire IMF team, only to kill most of them off at the beginning of the movie. That alone comes as a major surprise, and it essentially does what Deadpool 2 did, only it's not played for laughs. Perhaps the most shocking death of them all is Jack Harmon's, who is played by Emilio Estevez.
There's a camera built right into the bridge. Whatever you see, it sees, and then it transmits it back here. See?
He's one of the biggest names in the movie, and he's killed off in the first 20 minutes. Not only that, but the method of his demise is unbelievably gross, complete with one of the nastiest squishing sounds ever committed to film.
Check.
Number 3. Charlie Graham, Hereditary.
I wish I could shield you from the knowledge that you did what you did, but your sister is dead! She's gone forever!
Ari Aster's horror masterpiece is a perfect example of a movie subverting its own advertising. Millie Shapiro's Charlie Graham was all over the trailers and posters, and viewers were led to believe that she would be a major character in the movie.
Who's gonna take care of me?
Excuse me, you don't think I'm gonna take care of you?
But when you die...
However, she's killed off about half an hour in, and in a grotesque manner to boot. Charlie is suffering from an allergic reaction, so she pokes her head out of the car to get some fresh air. However, her brother swerves to avoid an animal, and Charlie's head slams straight into a telephone pole. We don't see the gruesome aftermath, but we don't need to. Alex Wolff's fantastic acting says it all. Number 2. Russell Franklin, Deep Blue Sea.
So here's the riddle. What does an 8,000-pound mako shark with a brain the size of a flathead V8 engine and no natural predators think about?
Samuel L. Jackson is such a commanding presence, and he plays so many tough guys that it feels weird watching him die. In Deep Blue Sea, he plays Russell Franklin, who is one of many characters to be hunted by genetically engineered sharks.
What you've done is taken God's oldest killing machine and given it will and desire. What you've done is knock us all the way to the bottom of the goddamn food chain.
His demise comes in the middle of a motivational speech, as a shark suddenly pops out behind him and drags him into the water. We don't know what's more surprising, the fact that they killed off Samuel L. Jackson, or the fact that they did it in the middle of his speech. One thing's for sure, they both combined to create one of the most memorable death scenes in movie history.
Just ate him. Just ate him, Christ.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Marion Crane, Psycho.
She just goes a little mad sometimes. We all go a little mad sometimes.
There are iconic movie deaths, and then there is Marion Crane. Alfred Hitchcock threw out the playbook when it came to Psycho and crafted one of the best movies of all time in the process. Viewers are led to believe that Marion Crane is the protagonist and that we'll be following her throughout the duration of the film.
I don't even want it in the office over the weekend. Put it in the safe deposit box in the bank, and we'll get him to give us a check on Monday instead.
But as everyone knows, she is famously killed by Norman Bates while taking a shower. And with that, the story pivots its focus away from Marion and turns into a detective mystery. While Marion's death is quite tame by today's standards, it was shockingly violent for 1960 and generated some controversy with censorship boards.
She arrived rather late one night, and she went straight to sleep and left early the next morning.
Well, how early?
Oh, very early.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.